What's up, y'all? Okay, real talk about sugar addiction. So I want to tell you a story about my experience. I suffer from sugar addiction, carb addiction. Most people do. Most people I meet nowadays say, I am addicted to carbs. I have to have sugar. And we don't even realize, I think as a society, what's happening is it's our food. Our food has so many additives in it, so many artificial ingredients, artificial sweeteners. They're making us more addicted. So while you might think, gosh, I have no control over this, this is like, it feels like it completely controls your life, you do have control over it. And I'm here to tell you that you do. It's a matter of getting educated. It's a matter of understanding what's in your food, what's in your kids' food, and what you're putting in your body. But I'm going to share a little bit about my background. So growing up, my mom was a single mom. She's very health conscious. She always made homemade cookies, and we never had sugar cereal or soda pop in the house. If we had cookies, they were homemade. We didn't buy the Oreos. If we had soda, it was Hanson soda, and it was only on special occasion, like if we went camping or something like that. And she was really, really careful about what we ate, and she made sure that we understood that she wanted us to eat these health foods. It doesn't mean that we didn't have treats every once in a while and have fast food every once in a while, but that was what she wanted us to learn, and that's how she, raised us. Well, fast forward to turning 18 and deciding that I'm gonna go live on my own and do what I want, like most young 20-year-olds do. They figure out, oh, I can go buy whatever I want. So I was buying, Fruit Loops and soda, and I was eating Taco Bell, and I was eating candy, and really whatever I could get my hands on, because I was craving those carbs, and I was wondering why all my friends were able to eat that stuff growing up and I wasn't. And I almost felt a little bit kind of free, like I can try all this stuff now. Well, what ended up happening was I ended up getting really, really sick. I ended up with chronic headaches. I ended up with eczema. I ended up getting diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome. And later on found out that it wasn't irritable bowel syndrome. It was actually just my body responding to the disgusting food that I was eating. And so I suffered for several years. I gained a little bit of weight. I was, puffy and inflamed, and I felt horrible. My eyes were always puffy in the mornings. I always had headaches, and I really didn't understand why. I didn't connect the dots that it was the food. Even though I knew it was so different from how my mom taught me to eat, I still wasn't connecting the dots that that's what was creating, making me feel so sick. So I ended up meeting this personal trainer who introduced me back into eating healthy, getting in shape. I got in the best shape of my life. I started eating really well. I started getting a little bit more educated and back into that healthy eating lifestyle. And everything turned around for me. My headaches went away. The eczema went away. I no longer had irritable bowel syndrome, surprise, surprise. And I was feeling so much better. So what I found out was that, I still had a sugar addiction. I still was craving those things. I wasn't eating them on a regular basis like I was before, but my body was still craving them. And what I would notice is anytime I would have a stressful situation or just a rough patch in my life, that was my go-to. I would always revert back to that sugar carb addiction, and I wanted it, and I wanted donuts, and I wanted candy, and I would eat Skittles for lunch, and I would start to spiral out. And so thankfully I learned enough about healthy eating to get back on track. Later on in my life, ended up opening a gym with my husband because, I was a personal trainer. I got really into nutrition and health, and now I educate others about how to eat right. But that doesn't mean that I don't still suffer with this sugar addiction. So one of the things that I do to help with this is I just don't keep the stuff in my house that I know is not good for me. And similar to someone who's an alcoholic or a drug addict, when they quit and they get through it, it's probably not a good idea for them to keep that stuff in the house, right? Because it's a weakness for them. So it's the same thing. It's no different for someone that's addicted to sugar or addicted to carbs. And so what I have found is that if I keep ice cream and cookies and candy and chips and snacky type foods like that in my house, I will eat them every single day. I don't have the discipline. I have an addiction to that sugar, and it gets dripped in every single day if it's around me. So I don't keep that stuff in the house, and thankfully my husband's on board with that. He's the same way. I think so many people can relate to this, and it hasn't become this thing where it's like, oh, this person has this sugar addiction. It's become like, as a society, we have a problem. As a society, when I walk around in the grocery stores and I see what people are putting in their carts, it's TV dinners, it's chips, it's cookies, it's crackers, it's soda, it's all this stuff that is making us sick and making our kids sick. And when you don't know about it and you aren't educated about nutrition and you aren't educated about what's in our food, you wouldn't know any different. And unfortunately, that's kind of the world that we live in today. And so I am on this mission to help educate people, and through sharing my story and my struggle, I'm hoping that I can affect some people just to open their eyes a little bit and just think, okay, gosh, is this the best thing for me? Could this be why I don't feel good? Could this be why, forget about what it's doing to you as far as physically, being overweight or not being able to fit in your clothes, those kinds of things, but what is it doing to you emotionally? And, how are you walking around inflamed and feeling horrible and your joints are hurting and all of that? That stuff happens from eating those foods. And so I've learned how to adopt this 80-20 lifestyle where I can still have some of those things that I love. I love donuts. I love ice cream. I love pizza. I love tacos. I love to be able to eat that kind of stuff. And so I've figured out a balanced lifestyle where I can have those things 20% of the time. It doesn't become an addiction. It doesn't have me spiraling out to where that becomes the norm. And then 80% of the time I eat what I know my body needs. And I eat the right foods that make me feel good, that give me the energy to wake up in the morning and want to work out and be able to do videos like this and feel good and not be inflamed and puffy and swollen and having headaches. So I eat the foods that help me thrive. I also utilize a nutritional system that helps support that. And it's given me the perfect lifestyle to be able to accommodate the things that I want to have, the treats and the cheat meals and the sugary stuff that I want to have sometimes, because we have to do that. We got to live a little bit, you guys, right? You got to go to the barbecues, you got to go to the baby showers and the date nights. You have to be able to have that stuff, but you have to know when to turn it off. And I can speak from experience. I am one of those people where if I go more than a day of eating that stuff, it becomes the new norm and it becomes a habit and my body gets addicted again and I spiral out. So I just wanted to share that because I know there are so many people that struggle with this, and it's shameful. For years I would hide it. For years I would go to the grocery store to buy the healthy groceries, and I would buy a bag of some kind of chips or some kind of cookies or some sort of candy bar or something to eat in the car on the way home, and then I would throw the wrapper away in the garbage can outside my house so that nobody would know. Who has done that? I know there's people out there that have done that, and you're ashamed, and you know that it's not right, you know that you shouldn't be having it, and you try to hide it. And I did that for years. So I am all about being real and raw and open about it and letting people know that you're not alone. So many people struggle with this, and you do have control. You absolutely have control, and it starts with making healthier decisions. It's not going to happen overnight. It took me a long time, but over the years, I got better and better and better, and I got educated about nutrition. So I am here to help you. I would love to talk to any of you. If you want to reach out to me, if you want to comment below and share your story with me or share your experience with me, you can email me at lisa@fitlifeunbound.com. You can also find me on Instagram. I'll put my profile name below. And I would love to talk to you because I want to help people. I am all about whatever I can do to help people become a better version of themselves. So I hope that was helpful for some of you. I hope there were some great tips there. Please subscribe to my channel below. Click on subscribe if you like my stuff, if you resonate with my style. I'm going to share once a week just different lifestyle habits and different things that I've adopted, stories that I can share about things that I've gone through related to health and fitness, how I've incorporated meditation and journaling, and just really learned how to elevate my life over the last couple of years. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.